So hey guys, welcome back to another Sunday live stream at Trace Trades. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click the link in the description so you could join the server and participate in the live streams with the rest of our members. It is completely free and you do not need to be a premium member to come join, and you also get to join us in some Q&A and chart requests after we do our weekly watch list. As far as the weekly watch list goes, let's get right into it. First, we have AMAT. We got this nice little break of this downtrend here into this consolidation pattern. It's easy to see on the 2-hour how we keep testing this upper resistance and then coming back down here. This looks like it could definitely break up this week and continue higher. Next, we have EA. EA is a chart I went over in our room sort of last week, but for those of you that didn't get to see it, here it is. We got this kind of a cup and handle here, but really what I'm more interested in is this lower wick on our Friday candle, and that we pushed way back up to this resistance here that we failed to break. I think we could definitely see a break of that this week and continuation to this high at 145 level. Next we have Etsy. Very simple wedge here. This isn't the strongest setup. I noted a little support to watch out for, but if we could hold this, continue higher, maybe get a retest down here and push back up, this could definitely see 230s in the next week or so. We also have 4. Again, 4 kind of similar to what I saw on EA. This candle right here from Thursday, it rejected off the top of the channel here and held up, and then Friday was able to push back up again. So that's strength in the price action. So Monday, Tuesday, I'm thinking we see like either a consolidation or we just break this channel right away and start to make our move back up to 104. Google is another one that's been doing very well recently. What we're seeing now is sort of this consolidation at all-time highs. And what's good to note about this, that's not the same with all-time high setups, is that it's held this little support level here very well. It hasn't actually really closed below it since way back here, and then once it did that, immediately gapped back up and has been holding the same range. So if we could break this upper range, we could definitely play a day trade for the upper levels here, or you could just play the range here and add on supports. That could also work. Next we have Neo. Neo's been having some trouble lately, but it feels like it's finally broken out of this little base here. Confirmation will be above this like 42 level, and then around 46, which would be the top of this little range here. And then once we break that, that's where we could start to get a little bit more healthy price action, see growth up in like the 80s here. Next we have PayPal. PayPal is better seen again on a smaller chart. Got this nice little 2-hour flag here, but what's noteworthy about the daily is that when we do hold this, which it looks like we are because we have the daily 50 right here, it's a lot more likely that we break this upper trend line here with the strength from this flag break here. So that's really what we're looking at. Smaller setup and a larger setup. You could play whichever one you're more comfortable with. I'm probably going to start with the smaller setup and then use some profits from those to roll into play for the larger setup. Next we have Tesla. What I really like about Tesla is the retest of this level here, this 714 level. You can also draw a little wedge here. I didn't draw it because I'm basing a lot of my trade off of this 714 level. I want to see a hold of this and sort of squeeze between these two, this upper trend line and then again that 714 level, and then a break above so we could catch a move way back up to the 750s and the 780s. Next we have Zoom. Zoom, there's a couple ways you could draw this one, but what's important to note about it is that, again, it's been basing down here for a pretty long time. It's been getting sort of downtrended for a bit, so I'm hoping that we start to break some of these upper trend lines here, some of these levels here, and that'll clear us to get to the 50 and then push back above. But for right now, our first target's the 50 here. What you're looking at as far as like managing the trade, you want to see a break of this trend line, maybe a retest here before we break through this upper 345 level. That's all for individual names. When talking about broad market, let's pull up the SPY real quick. Again, I'm still keeping this channel here. I think you can make the argument that it's a little invalidated now, that you might want to draw something else. I think you can make that argument. I still like having this channel here though, and again, all I'm really doing with SPY is looking at these all-time highs here and charting them across. Again, Friday we made new all-time highs again, so I'm going to grab that, drag it across. And again, just something to watch out for, this gap way down here at 400. I feel like we definitely fill this gap, maybe not soon, but sometime in the future, which is why, again, I'm still small size and I'm still adding hedges when necessary. And then as far as the Qs go, looks like we're having some trouble breaking into new all-time highs here, which again, it's very easy to see. Just going off of previous all-time highs here, it broke through, fell back below, broke through, had a little bit of a time here, and then fell right back below. And now it's definitely having some trouble here. If you want to go by support bounces, you could definitely use this purple line here, which is a 13 EMA. You could also use the 20 SMA, which is this blue line way down here, which actually lines up perfectly with this 332, 333 level right there for support bounces. And then for if you're playing to the upside, again, you just want to go based off of these all-time highs. So you could play off of this 338 level, or you could play off of this 342 level. And that's more off of like what your style is. A lot of people like to buy support bounces. Some people are somewhere in the middle, and then other people are momentum traders, and they want to take the move through the all-time highs. That's all I really got for today as far as broad market thoughts and individual names. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click the link in the description so you could join the server and participate in the stream live.